So to begin, both feet are flat. We're going to take the right heel and push it down into the ground to lift the right foot up and then place it down. Lift the toes up by pressing the heel down so you feel the hinge of the ankle and down, and do that 3 or 4 times, pressing the heel down and bringing it back, and again pressing down and bring it back. Now press the ball of the foot and the open toes down to lift the heel a little bit and bring that down. Just try not to curl your toes, flatten them out and really press the ball of the foot wide as you press in to lift the heel and down. And just another one like that and bring it back down. Now I'm gonna curl my toes under like I'm trying to scoop sand under my foot, make a big high arch and reach back out, and do that just a few times just to activate the arch and down. And then the last one, we're going to roll the ankle out to the side but without moving the knee, and then bring that back, and then we're going to roll the ankle in without moving the knee and bringing that back to the center. So when I roll out, my inner foot comes up a little bit. I'm not activating my toes at all, and then bring it back and then roll it in, and the outer foot comes up a little bit, the knee doesn't move, and bring that back down. I'm gonna lift my heel up and I'm just gonna windshield wiper my foot just to get the lateral and the medial parts of my calf to activate. So I'm pivoting on my heel, not too many, just enough to feel the activation in the shin, and then place it back down. I'm gonna slide my whole leg down, keeping my flat of the foot on the ground as long as I can, and then reach through the heel. So my heel bone's reaching as long as possible, which should give me a little bit of stretch in my hip flexor. And then I'm gonna bring it back, but try to get my flat foot on the ground and then slide it back. And just do that a few times, keeping the foot flat on the ground as long as I can. Don't let your foot twist. Make sure it comes up when it needs to, that you're not trying to rotate in your ankle to get more range and reach the heel, and then bring it back up to the center. I'm gonna lay on my side, legs bent at like a 90 degree, and I'm gonna do a little reverse clam, but I'm gonna lead with my heel. My heel comes off first, and then I'm lifting my leg up. I'm noticing that my hip rolls in a little bit, my rib cage rolls in a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back down and I'm gonna hit my heel first and then my toes. So heel up, and then lift it up and rotate this whole side in, and then heel down. So I'm leading with the heel, and I'll just do 3 of those, leading with the heel and bring it back down. And now I'm gonna lead with the toes. So toes up, and it comes up, and then my toes are gonna come down just to confuse my hip a little bit, and toes up and lift it up, and toes down, and just a 3rd time, toes up, lift up, and toes down. And now we do an actual clamshell, and we're gonna also lead with the heel. So my heel goes up and I lift my knee up. And then my heel goes down and I bring my knee down. Heel goes up, I lift my knee up, and then heel goes down and I bring my knee down. And then I can reverse that. Toes are up with the knee coming up, and then toes are down with the knee coming down. And toes are up and my knee comes up, and then toes are down and my knee comes back down. I'll lay on my stomach. You can do this one leg or you can do both legs at the same time. You're going to lift your legs up, flex your feet, reaching your heels to your bottom, point your feet, and then bring them all the way back down. So I'm coming up, flexing the feet, reaching toward my bottom to really lengthen the quad, point the feet and bring it all the way back down. Just a few times like that, really pulling them in, pointing and bringing them back down, and then reverse it. Point to come up, flex the feet and bring them back down, and slide the feet down. I'm trying to lengthen my quad on the ground as my legs come up, flex the feet and come back down. And again, lengthening the thigh bone down into the ground, and flex and bring them back. Stay there with your toes curled under, and just let your heels go out, and then bring your heels back in. And try to keep your knees kind of where they are, so the rotation is mostly in the lower leg. You're gonna, instead of letting your thighs go so much, just feel that rotation in the ankle and the lower leg bones. And relax that. Last thing, sit back up. Plant your feet, and the same thing, roll your ankles out without changing the space between the two knees. And then roll the ankles back in. And then roll your ankles in toward each other without changing the space between the two legs and come back in. You could put a ball there and hug it while you do that, but roll the ankles out and come back in and roll the ankles the other direction. Trying to relax the toes and come back in.